All right, hi guys. So if you have come across this video, it just means that you have the clairsentient ability. And what is that, right? So in the spiritual community, we have this mutual understanding that clairsentient ability is to feel things, right? That's what your gift is. Now you may have multiple um, spiritual abilities, but for today, for this specific video, it is to really talk about how do you navigate clairsentient, right? How do you navigate um, the way that you express and the way that you detect energy via your feelings, okay? So basically, for example, it would be like if you feel like a spirit's watching you, or like someone's actually watching you from afar, like a physical person, right, in the 3D realm. Um, Clairsentient ability would be that you feel like someone's watching you, and more than 90% you're probably right? So how do you navigate through this? How do you have that grounding ability? Is to actually, when you have clairsentient, you have to trust yourself, you have to trust your intuition. A lot of people tend to dismiss that ability, and they don't really chalk it up to like spirituality or anything, which is fine. But everyone is spiritual by nature. We are energy, and we are currency, by nature. I mean, we're not going to dive deeper into like sacred geometry and how the way that the dimensional realm work and things like that, at least not for today, right? But for you, if you are seeing this video and you resonate with the fact that you feel things very strongly, you get symptoms like cold chills and goosebumps and headaches and body aches in certain places. Sometimes you may even feel other people's aches and pains. That is normal. I mean, I'm not a doctor, right? But the whole point is to try not to dismiss the things that you have in terms of spiritual gifts, because once you know how to ground these things, it'll help you navigate life better. And take it from me, I can totally attest to it, because I used to be, believe it or not, I used to not believe in anything. I'm more of a seer in order to believe than to believe with blind faith. So for me, I've had things happen to me that it's just in such shock to my like whole being that I just can't deny that there's the spiritual realm. So, my name is Chai, and I am here to help. I'm here to help as much as possible before I leave this plane. Clairsentient is a beautiful gift. You don't have to be afraid of it. You should embrace it, although it is easier said than done. I have all the clairs. Now, for my main predominant dominant clair ability would be clairvoyancy, and then clairaudient, right? And we're going to talk more about that in other videos. So if you are interested in learning more about these things, you can go ahead and click subscribe and join me for the next video, okay? But one remedy that I do recommend for you to really, really hone in with clairsentient, number one is spiritual protection. You have to learn how to spiritually protect yourself. You can look that up on, I will talk more about that in a different video, but I do recommend that energetically. Like, make sure you find a modality or a method that works for you. For me, I like crystals and stones. I really resonate with them. If you want to protect your space and not have to feel so much, you can carry a salt crystal called selenite. That's a very good crystal to carry. I learned that when you combine selenite with black tourmaline or any black stone, I personally really favor black tourmaline. I know that's something that others may disagree, but I would rather black tourmaline than black obsidian, only because black obsidian has a lot of I don't know how to pronounce it, volcanic energy that can kind of create a fiery realm, and it's not as calming as black tourmaline. So I normally use selenite and black tourmaline together to protect the space. And then I notice, like, once I do that, I feel like the space is cleansed, right? Obviously, prayers, and no matter whether you're spiritual or not, or if you're religious, everything is all energy. So it's all about your word of mouth and you expressing your your power within yourself. And of course, if you believe in the higher realms and the higher energies, you can pray to that as well. But the whole point is to make sure that you are grounded and that you are protecting yourself energetically before tapping into any type of clear gifts, right? That's first and foremost. And then the second is to make sure that you really trust yourself. And now I have to say, honestly, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, you know, I'm a spiritualist, right? And I do not claim to be a guru of any sort. I'm just here to help you, guide you in ways that I've already walked the path. So for me, what worked for me was once I really trusted my ability and became really grounded, is when I truly knew that I can protect myself with whatever modality that I want to tap into, because you have to trust yourself first and foremost before you can even put trust in other people, and that's the truth. Because you cannot give something what you do not hold within you. So I hope that helps. I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.